Hello, and welcome to the very first edition of Espresso Chat, where we break down your most burning questions in life sciences. I'm your host, Casey Chestnut, and I'm joined today by our resident life sciences expert, Massimo Crudeli. Welcome, Massimo.
Hey, Casey. Thanks you for the introduction. I'm very excited to be here today with you.
Great, so am I. On that note, let's get into it. The theme for this month's Espresso Chat is how AI-ready operations start with the right foundation. To kick it off, I've compiled the top 5 questions to ask you today. First question, what does it really mean for a life sciences organization to be AI ready? And why are most companies not there yet?
Wow, we start with an easy question. I guess I would say that being AI ready for a life science organization, for any organization, it's more than just buying or implementing an AI tool. It's more building, the right foundation for AI, which means, make sure that we have clean, standardized, connected data, maybe a modern integrated ERP platform. And then on top of that, of course, you want to put a strong governance to ensure data compliance and trust. Also, you probably need to have a cultural shift toward kind of a data-driven data decision-making processes. I'm sure that from what I've seen in the industry, most of the companies are not there yet. Their systems are very fragmented. Data is not compliant. There are some issues with data integration. And most of the companies still really need a lot of modernization and digitalization of their processes. Without that, AI is just a word.
Fair. All right, what role do you see AI playing in improving data integrity across supply chain and quality processes?
I guess AI is kind of at the same time consuming and driving, data integrity, data compliance. Like we said before, AI needs data integration and data compliance. If you can feed data, consistent data to AI, at that point you can have AI can automate data validation, reconciliation. AI can reduce human errors. AI can ensure that the data flowing from ERP and other systems remains accurate and consistent. Then AI can check and spot irregularities, deviations, for example, in batch records or supplier certification or your temperature tails. So AI can harmonize data, but at the same time, AI needs harmonized and kind of a compliant data.
Yeah, great. Next question. Why is fragmenting data the biggest barrier to AI adoption in life sciences, and how does a unified ERP change that?
Well, you can imagine if you feed your AI agent with inaccurate data, you will get inaccurate response. So clean, connected, compliant data is really necessary, mandatory for good AI results. One of the issues that we are having, or companies are having today in the life sciences industry, is that their system most of the times are disconnected. You have ERP, you have an MES, you have LIMS, perhaps other legacy or homegrown systems. And data doesn't really flow from one system to the other properly. There are maybe major interventions, or maybe there are very complex interfaces. So all of these are kind of weak links in the kind of a data chain, and AI is definitely affected by that. If we can implement an ERP system that is fully integrated, that can provide data from a financial standpoint, but also supply chain, manufacturing, quality control, a system that can enforce its processes and data standards and integrate seamlessly with other systems, then AI has access to very accurate real-time information. And then if you feed good information, you will get good results from your agents.
That makes sense. Let's see, why is a modern life sciences specific ERP the foundation for AI and not just another IT upgrade?
I mean, again, we want to make sure that in life sciences, you are implementing a tool that is life sciences specific. You want to make sure that your system can ensure and enforce that data integrity compliance that we have been discussing so far, and ideally integrates all the tools in one solution. So the idea would be to have an ERP system that can also be your MES, it can be your LIMS system, it can be your weighing dispensing solution, because at that time you have only one repository of data collected from different sources real time. And that will feed your AI agent with consistent and trustworthy data. Without this foundation, all AI initiatives probably will fail, because the data will remain fragmented and you will never be sure about the consistency and trustworthiness of the data.
Yeah, okay, good. Let's see, last question. How can AI support quality and compliance when batch data, QC results, and stability trends are connected in one system?
Well, AI can really automate a lot of processes. And as of today, most of the processes that you have described, batch data checking, QC results, stability trends, are very manual processes. So the system AI agents can continually monitor all these data streams and detect anomalies, for example, in the master batch record, or they can detect values that are going out of trend when coming from stability studies. But at the same time, you need to make sure that this data is captured timely, ideally real time, and they are consistent, they are good data. Otherwise, the signal that the AI is fed with is kind of a weak, and that will produce kind of a result that is not probably trustworthy. I would say the system can also automate, for example, the master batch record review that can validate entries. You can imagine if you had an ERP system where all this data are collected automatically without manual entry, but with all the proper timestamps and electronic signature, the AI agent can validate all this data stream and provide useful information. Again, AI is a powerful tool, but it sits or it must sit on top of a very solid data foundation. And the ideal architecture for a solid data foundation is a modern integrated ERP system.
Makes sense. Very interesting. I appreciate this. Well, that concludes today's Espresso Chat. Thank you so much, Massimo, for joining us and letting us dig into your wealth of knowledge. Thank you, everyone out there, for watching. If you have any questions or want to learn more about STAEDEAN, you can find a link to our website in the captions below, as well as a link to book a meeting with Massimo and pick his brain a bit. Thanks, guys.
Thank you,
Until
Casey.
next time.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.